So now that we have the foundations of what dynamics makes a good team, let's go over teamwork. So we got the question of how do you tell the developers to let designers do their thing, but still capture their ideas in your design? The short answer is involve them early in your ideation sessions and involve them at every step of the way. And if you guys have noticed, or I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, we actually combined designers and developers in session 2, and we're only running one lecture. So hint, hint, wink, wink. This is the reason why. So a lot of you probably in the first semester had your designers working lonely in a corner while the developers are just twiddling their thumbs until the designers come up with a work of art, and then they just throw it over the fence and get the developers to make it, to finish it off frantically. So does that sound familiar to some of you guys? And so that is one way to work, but as you probably see, is not very effective. And it really comes down to the problem that there is a lack of transparency. And so at the beginning phases of a project, have all your team members together so that you can come to an agreement of what to do and what not to do to find that common ground. And designers here might be wondering right now, like, why should I involve my dev friends if they can't provide pretty UIs or user-centric solutions? Well, you have to remember that they are the developer friends, the ones building the real app. And if they're not there to tell you, to provide input and to help you achieve that design to become a reality, then it will always be just a concept. And at the beginning, ideas can be good or bad. That's why you all need to come together to talk it through. And by talking through those ideas, developers can then feel involved and they can actually start building the underlying infrastructure of the app so that they don't have to be twiddling their thumbs, while designers can then work on the concepts of the ideas that you guys have discussed in your sessions. But then we have the problem of what happens when your team members start disappearing for whatever reason, and how do you handle that? Well, if you're the one who's gonna be disappearing, at least tell your teammates that you can't carry through so they know. I think we've got a few AMAs of some lonely team members that are just sitting there not knowing who their team members are or what to do. So if you are that person who can't carry through, let your teammates know, and don't become that extra baggage for them to lug around. And then if you wish to still stick around, even though you don't want to do anything, at least deliver Red Bull to them or whatever they fancy so that they can get through the program. So other than that, for the rest of the teams who are putting in the effort, I would just say personally, move on without them. There's really no time to sit around and wait for someone who's not putting in the effort. But altogether, the primary reason for people disappearing comes down to the lack of communication again, because they don't feel like they're part of the conversation when the entire team is just completely dead silent, then they won't feel that they're making part of the contribution to the team. And so each one of you, now that you've built your skills from season 1, you now all have a very specific role towards the team's goal of making an app and winning the competition. And it requires a collective effort to win. And to help you all manage your team communication and stay on task, I'll give you guys one more tip. And that is all of you just simply have to take initiative and assign tasks to each other in order for everyone to know who needs to get what done. And back to the game example, everyone has a character with special characteristics and power-ups. And with the different positions, you're all fulfilling your duties to help the team win. And so teams are not only dedicated hard workers, as someone mentioned earlier in the chat, but the key is that they maintain a two-way conversation to build trust among team members, and they are capable of making individual decisions as well as team decisions because they are continuously acknowledging the issues and have developed and built a mutual understanding. And if there is a conflict, reach out to people and talk through things. If teammates stop committing, reach out and talk through it. And then if team members choose not to respond, then just keep calm and carry on. The games have begun. Good luck to you all, and may the odds be ever in your favor.